Independent filmmakers have had it really hard for a long time anyway, because it seems like the only things that get made are 100, 200, and $300 million movies, and they get plastered all over town. They're the only things that people will go to the theater for, and they're the biggest ticket items on streamers. So it's already very difficult for indies because of distribution. The good news is that SAG has a waiver program, or an interim agreement program, and the WGA has said you can make an indie as long as it's not affiliated with any of the AMPTP studios and streamers. And I have a lot of understanding and empathy for people who have said, look, it's an independent production. It's not against the strike rules. We've got to make this because we've got to feed our families. I totally get that. This fight is not about someone who manages to raise, $500,000 and go make a film in 12 days. This fight is about the studios who keep telling their shareholders how many billions that they're making in profits, and they keep spending more and more and more on television while spending less and less on writers. What tugs at my heart the most is the cutting off of the education of the writer. And by that, I mean, you used to have a position where you would come in as a lower level writer, and then you would, when you got to write an episode, you would produce it. You would go to set under the auspices of your showrunner, and you would learn how to pick up those skills so that one day you could be a showrunner too, or you could be a higher level writer producer, and you would carry those skills with you. And that just isn't happening anymore. The pipeline has been shut down. Writing that first book and being given that opportunity by Bill Shatner to collaborate with him has given me a confidence that the project I'm working on at the moment is I'm writing my first novel. It's a passion project for me. And, that's what I'm working on during the strike. We did a couple of interviews to promote the book, and a bunch of them back to back on Zoom, kind of the way we're chatting now. And I remember he got asked the same question in two separate interviews, which was, what's your favorite thing that you've ever done, your favorite movie or your favorite experience? And he quite honestly said, my mind doesn't work that way. Right now, talking to you in this moment, this is the favorite thing I've ever done, because he's just so forward looking. He really, I mean, he'll talk about all the things that he's done. And this book is a collection of stories from his past that fit certain themes. One is about family, one is about animals, one is about going to space, one's about music. But he really just wants to know what's next, and he's always looking out on the horizon. And he does so much. And he's 92. He still rides his horses all the time. He still he does promotional events. He does conventions. He does charity work.